Good morning. Yeah, I'll be showing here some update from Tennessee, what we are doing in extension and probably tomorrow the research side. So I'm now Ranabhat from University of Tennessee. So these are the Ranabhat lab team. I really want to acknowledge them for their hard work and dedication to this project. So Caroline is a postdoctoral research associate who is doing all the sampling and the qPCR. And then Irina is here, so she's mostly taking care of that mite population dynamic project and Miticide mite count things. And Deepika helping on sampling, and Brandon Lang is the research coordinator, and he's taking care of our 4,000 roses there in Crossville, Tennessee. So I also like to acknowledge our research station director, Walt, and his team. They help us to inoculate all these roses and taking care of that. So in Tennessee, we have a extension demonstration plot that Kevin talked about, and we have Miticide trial there. I'm showing some of the highlights of these two projects today, and then tomorrow I'll talk about the rose rosite cultivar trials and genetic study, GWAS study, and Elena will talk about the mite population plots that we have in Tennessee. So in extension demonstration plot, we have 4 blocks with these 14 different cultivars. So these 14 different cultivars are randomly assigned in these 4 blocks in Tennessee. Then each cultivar has this QR code, so that when we scan that, and the general public also can scan that QR code and sign in, and then we record the data. As Kevin mentioned, that we record the assessment of rose rosite disease and then black spot rating. We teach them how to do that, then they involve in this research side there, and then that these data directly save in the LED maps with the magic of Joe. So, and then we download that. So in extension demonstration plot, we don't have that much RRD pressure there. So, but only 2 cultivars had recognized symptoms. One of them is my goal, and the knockout rose there. So knockout rose got infected, and we showed the symptoms on October 24. You can see this severity percentage there. That is the overall plan. Then we estimate how much the impact on that plan percent-wise. So this you see the really a low number there, because we have a 4 application. Only one of the plant has symptoms. So then you can see that the percentage is low there because of the average between these 4 applications. So you can see the severity of the disease is increasing from October 24 to 25. So here you can see in my goal, you can see low, and the severity is high and low, because sometimes you see new growth come up, and then when you record that, the impact is low on that time. So because we don't see another cane infected, but another healthy cane come up, then the percentage is low relative to that whole boost. Okay, so that's it. But we see from May 24, the Michael is the only one infected when I started evaluation there. And then June, July, but it still has symptoms. Then the severity is fluctuating depending upon how different healthy canes come up. So then all other has no symptoms. I'm recording similar data to the black spot also. But today I'm going to share this one. So another fun part we are doing is we also assess these roses, rating of the rose rosite and the black spot. Then we ask general public to record also that. So that's the expert versus audiences of disease rating. These are all master gardener we invited to rate their roses there. So here what I'm presenting here, if there is if we as an expert rate that rose has rose rosette and the percentage or no rose rosette, or black spot is there or no black spot there. So if that expert and audiences have different view, then that is a false positive or false negative record on that. So I'm going to show some data here of 24. We can see about 427 record on there. So that means that many times we reported or rate that plan. So you can see here in the number of participants there on one cultivar. So in yeah, this blue bar are the 32 participants. They their rating is aligned with the expert. And the little bit in the top, you can see on the orange color, that is a false positive or negative. If as an expert, maybe record positive, maybe the general audience record as a negative. Or if the expert record negative, then general audience record as a positive. So this is the, in 24 or 14, a lot of master gardeners came and record that, and that helped us to recognize that. But in 25, not many general audience came to rate the roses, but still have few. But in 25, we don't have any false positive or negative. All the expert and the audiences have the same rating on the rose and presence of black rose rosette. So we also, this extension demonstration plot in the middle of our research station, so that general public can access there. So in every last Tuesday of the year, we have a fall gardener festival in Crossville. Then about 1,000 to 1,500 people visit there. And then we have a booth in the middle of the extension demonstration plot, and many people come and visit and ask about the project. And we give away the extension publication, all other things, and they ask a lot about the rose. And so there we do these fun stuffs there. And yeah, we have this year we have around more than 200 people visited there and asked about the rose disease, and we share them what we are doing here and like that. So we also do these fun things. I think many of you know these two gentlemen. They try to adjust with my height. You can see there. So that's a really fun photo I like to share. Yeah, you can see how short I am with them. So that's Elena is there, and then we made that banner, and then general public, have really fun time. We enjoy that. Then and 25. Around 55 master gardeners and the extension agent come, and then we talk about the rose research, what we are doing, then with what we got so far, and they really enjoy. They have so many good questions, and this is really fun to talk with them. Yeah, that's a demonstration plot. So now I like to switch with the Miticide trial. In May 24, I started there. You can see these knockout roses there. We have so you can see the height of the plant in 24. Now they are like this. The beautiful roses are there. So we have a 5-6 treatment with control, and these are biprenthine 2, Miticide, biprenthine, and SCRI. And AC 2700 is considered as a antiviral compound. They say that, and yeah, then a combination of the antiviral and biprenthine and combination with the SCRI. So in 24, we didn't see any symptoms. We inoculate them, but we didn't see any symptoms. So these treatments were designed randomly in 5 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 replication per block per treatment. So how we treat this application? So Brent England is the coordinator who is taking care of all these treatments. So we, according to the labels, we inoculate antiviral drained before 7 days of inoculation, and then antiviral is sprayed before the inoculation. And then, after the inoculation, we do the bifenthrin and SCRI, and repeat that every month. So evaluation, what we evaluate here.
The pointer, we're trying to use the pointer.
Yeah. So what we evaluate there, the RRD incidence, so it is a presence or absence of the disease, and then number of rosite, then number of shoot with rosite, and then percentage severity that we talk about the relative impact of the RRD, and then relative plant health score. So this score, I like to do that if the antiviral has something on it, if that there is booms, if the health of the plant is increased with that or not. So that impact is similar to the percentage, I look all the roses, then consider that one most healthy roses is 100%. Then decrease with that if I see differ on that. That's the relative health score. So you can see these roses, big plants, healthy plants, but you can see one cultivar here, one cane here is infected. And also you can see no infection, but health is okay. Then you can see heavy infection on the right side of the picture. Are the symptoms. So this year we see a lot of symptoms. But the exposure is really random, so that I see symptoms on June, July, recording every month, but that does not make sense to me because the control has no symptoms at that time. And then other has. So exposure is really random there. So then this is the one overall year's final results. The RRD incidence that I analyzed with the plus and minus with the generalized linear model with logit link, then we found no treatment impact on that. And number of rosite also, there is no any difference there. Number of shoot with rosite also, I didn't see any treatment impact. Percentage severity also, I don't see anything. But I see some treatment impact on plant health score. So that's that data I want to share here. This is the plant health score, the relative percentage of the healthy plants. So the control has low, but the other with the antiviral shows a little bit relatively the health of the plants is boom a little bit due to maybe the antiviral compound. That's what I saw there. And for this is the RRD incidence, the antiviral and control has low. I mean, the control also has the low RRD incidence. So that's why it is a little bit statistically off or experimentally, but let's see next year. Now, many of the roses are has symptoms. Let's see next year what we can see. But this also can help us to conclude with the my data. Oh, maybe. Yeah. So this, we also sample to count the mite every other month because Elena is counting her mite population study every month, and we have 100 around 170 plants in miticide trials. Mite population study. So whole month she is counting mite on her mite population study. So that's when I add this miticide also, then she has a lot to count. That's why we sample these miticide trial mite count every other month. We didn't see any mites on May and July, but for October, she went to Oklahoma Francisco lab, and then she count the mite population study, but still that we have extracted mite, but he has no time to count them for October. So October mite count might give us something. So that's why we are working on that. Let's see if what that mite count data tell us. But here, piperinthrin and SCRI are not that much, controlling the mites, or we can say the mite is low, but RRD symptoms is there. So we don't see any different impact on RRD incidence and severity if we use these two miticides there. And antiviral also, we don't see it can control anything. We see a lot of infection with that. So basically, health can be increased with the antiviral, but we don't see any data. Data didn't tell us about anything it can do on RRD management. Okay, that's what I have to share about the miticide, and this one is I'll talk about the field trials tomorrow. It's for the tomorrow slide. So if you have any question on miticide trials and extension demonstration plot, the data we compare with the general audience and the expert data, please let me know. I'll be around here today and tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I have.
We have a few minutes for questions if
Yeah.
you guys had some.
Yeah, please.
Great presentation. So I was wondering, in your visual scoring experiment, when you're comparing a general audience versus expert to count the false positive or false negative, have you ever considered to include a molecular tool as well to actually verify whether it is a positive or not to RRD? Because it's a visual scoring. So you do two factor. One is general audience, one is expert. I was wondering, is probably molecular, including a molecular tool, would give you actually how many are positive?
Yes. Every end of the year, we do the qPCR also to test if there is a virus presence or not. So we have sample to run for the RRD, but from our experience, we see really visual symptoms, which is proof on that. That's the confirmation that visually, yeah, totally, we will do the RT-qPCR also to confirm the virus presence on them. But for this year we are still, we sampled 4,000 leaves from the overall project, so we are working on that. Yeah, totally, we'll do that molecular also.
That will probably reveal actually what the actual positive number.
Go ahead, please.
On the mite sampling, how are you sampling the symptomatic planes? Are you sampling from asymptomatic areas or symptomatic or both?
We target for the symptomatic one. So because we want to see some mite there. So it is really hard. And also when we are trying to sample on that area, sometimes in some cultivar, we don't see rose bar, so that's why we sample both the peduncles and the rose bar, and then, count mite on them. So yeah, if we also now we are sampling the both asymptomatic and symptomatic for the RRD incident test. So we see in the same cane, I have a data, but I didn't have time to analyze that on RRD. But for the mite count, if there is a symptoms, we sample from the symptomatic cane. Yeah, I don't know, it's a little bit biased, but if there is a mite, we want to know whether the infected cane, how many mites are there.